You know Las Vegas for its shows, gambling, bright lights, and maybe even adult entertainment. But there's much more to this city's history than meets the eye. Here are 5 things you never knew about what Las Vegas is famous for. Number 1, Fremont Street came before the Strip. When people think of Las Vegas, the first thing that comes to mind is the Strip, but what you may not know is that downtown Vegas, or Fremont Street, is where it all started. Before the city of Las Vegas was established in 1905, Fremont Street was the main road running through town due to it being by the train depot. It was the first paved street in Las Vegas, and the first road to have a stoplight. Hotel Nevada, the first hotel and casino in Las Vegas, opened in 1906 on what is now Fremont Street. You may know Hotel Nevada as the current Golden Gate Hotel, which is the oldest continuously operating hotel casino in Las Vegas. Gambling was then outlawed in 1910, only to become legal again in 1931, which allowed for more hotels and casinos to be built downtown to accommodate for all the people coming through to work on the Hoover Dam. The Strip wasn't even born until 1941 when El Rancho Vegas Casino was built. Number 2, mobs and Mormons. When you think of Las Vegas history, you may think that mobsters had a heavy hand in building this town. And you're correct. But there is another very unlikely group of people just as intertwined in Las Vegas's history. Mormons. Yeah, you heard that right. Mormons. In 1855, it was Mormons who built the first permanent settlement in Las Vegas in what today is the old Mormon fort, which is not too far from where Fremont Street would be. And, in fact, you can still visit the fort today. The interesting history comes later, though, in 1954 when Mormon banker Perry Thomas opened the Bank of Las Vegas. Thomas was instrumental in giving the casinos bank loans. Prior to this, it was impossible to get a bank loan for a casino due to the nature of the business. It's ironic in the fact that the Mormon people oppose gambling. But when asked about his business with the casinos, Thomas simply replied with, "The casino owners were good loans." As a direct result of Thomas's work, there was a quick increase in the size and number of casinos, allowing the groundwork for what we know today as mega casinos to be possible. Without the Mormon bankers assisting the mobsters, Las Vegas as we know it would not exist. Number 3, nature. Beyond the bright lights and mega casinos and just past the valley's urban sprawl, the Las Vegas area has renowned nature attractions. If you head 20 minutes west on Charleston Boulevard, you will hit Red Rock Canyon, a national conservation area that has garnered attention from geologists around the world and is a popular tourist destination that sees more than 3 million people a year. If you continue north on the 95 past city limits, you will reach a turnoff that will take you up to Mount Charleston. Standing at almost 12,000 feet, Charleston Peak is the highest point in Clark County. At an elevation much higher than that of Las Vegas, Mount Charleston has become a getaway all year long for people to escape the heat in the summer and even ski and snowboard in the winter. In the opposite direction, heading south on the 95 will take you to Lake Mead. The National Recreation Area was formed with the construction of the Hoover Dam, which was then called Boulder Dam. Construction on the dam finished in 1936, and the reservoir that we know as Lake Mead began to fill with water dammed from the Colorado River. While Lake Mead is a popular water sports destination for locals and tourists, it's also Las Vegas's water source. Without Lake Mead and the construction of the dam, Las Vegas would quite literally not exist. Number 4, conventions. Something you may not know is that every year Las Vegas is constantly competing with Orlando and Chicago for the top spot on the list of best cities to host conventions. From the official convention center to large ballrooms and festival grounds to the World Market Center downtown, there is no shortage of available space. Between year-round sunshine, the city's hotel infrastructure with thousands of rooms in immediate proximity, and a nearby international airport, it's a no-brainer, really. Not to mention, everyone wants to come to Las Vegas anyway. Statistically, convention attendance increases 9% when it is held in Las Vegas versus other cities. I mean, who can resist the world-class shows and dining options after a day at a convention? Number 5, weddings. It's a $2+ billion industry with over 100,000 weddings happening every year. Las Vegas is known as the wedding capital of the world. And yes, it is all true. All of the wacky things you hear about getting married in Vegas are all true. In fact, you can get married spur of the moment at any time of day by drive-thru or by Elvis. Vegas's wedding popularity is widely due to its affordability, accessibility, and speediness. Vegas became a wedding destination as far back as the early 1900s when the state eased the requirements to get a marriage license. In most states, it can take several days to obtain a license, but in Nevada, it only takes a few minutes. The Bureau is open 8 a.m. to midnight every day, and it only costs about $100 to get a marriage license. So, you and your longtime partner, or although it's not totally recommended, someone you just met, can tie the knot together in Vegas, just like so many millions of others have done. Including celebrities from Elvis and Priscilla to more recently Joe and Sophie, Travis and Courtney, and of course, Bennifer. Although in comparison to other cities, Las Vegas's history is short, it has got to be one of the most interesting and unique in the country, maybe even the world, but we might be a little biased. To learn more about life before the Strip, Mormons, mobsters, and more, watch our documentary series at lasvegasnevada.gov/history.